Robert, Terence Crawford beats Canelo. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? You know what? I think Crawford won 9, maybe 10 rounds out of the whole 12 rounds. One judge had it very close. I don't know why. I think Crawford clearly won. Right before the show started. I did the show we do with boxing scene, and at the end they told me, you have to say something. I said Crawford by decision, because the reason is because Crawford is hungry to make history, to become a legend. Canelo has already accomplished too much, has already done too much, and he wasn't. I don't see that hunger in him anymore. I don't see that those changes anymore. He fights flat-footed, throws one punch at a time. He's not fast anymore, and that's why I picked Crawford by decision.
Robert Garcia didn't hold back when asked about Crawford versus Canelo. His reaction was raw, straight to the point, and let's be honest, it stung for Canelo fans. He flat out said Crawford dominated the fight. According to Garcia, Crawford won 9, maybe even 10 rounds out of 12. That's not just a victory, that's a shutout. Yet somehow, one of the judges had it close, and Garcia wasn't buying it. To him, this was as clear as it gets. Terence "Bud" Crawford controlled the fight from start to finish. But here's the twist. Garcia wasn't surprised. Why? Because even before fight night, he called it. He picked Crawford by decision, and his reasoning makes perfect sense. Crawford was hungry. He was chasing history, chasing greatness, trying to cement himself as one of the all-time legends. Meanwhile, Canelo? Garcia said the hunger just wasn't there anymore.
Are you surprised at how easy it was?
Look, not that I'm surprised, because what I just told you, I think Crawford is very talented, and Crawford is hungry to become a legend. He wanted to become that three-division undisputed. He wanted to go up, he wanted to make history by going up 2 divisions to beat Canelo, one of the greatest of all time. So he was hungry for it. I think Canelo has already done so much, has made so much money, that he's not hungry anymore.
Do you think possibly that Crawford is up there with Pacquiao or Mayweather?
I think in accomplishments, he's three division undisputed, moved up 2 divisions to beat Canelo. So he's probably he's accomplished more than Mayweather for sure. Mayweather never became undisputed, but that doesn't mean he's better than Mayweather. I think in a fight at welterweight, Mayweather in his prime would beat Crawford, and Pacquiao in his prime would probably beat Crawford. But Crawford has accomplished more.
Do you think Crawford should retire after this or fight someone else?
Look, I think a rematch would be fucking good for Crawford to just beat him again and do the same thing if Canelo doesn't have any changes. If he doesn't, he needs to do a lot of changes. Canelo needs to do a lot of changes. I think a rematch.
Think about it. Canelo has done it all. Multiple divisions, undisputed titles, massive paydays, pound-for-pound glory. At this point, he's a global superstar. But sometimes, success can dull that edge. Garcia pointed out that Canelo looked flat-footed, slower, throwing one punch at a time. The sharpness, the explosiveness, the fire, it just wasn't there. And when you're standing across the ring from a guy like Crawford, that's a recipe for disaster. So, was Garcia shocked at how easy Crawford made it look? Not at all. In fact, he explained it perfectly. Crawford wasn't just fighting for another win. He was chasing history. 3-time undisputed. Moving up 2 full weight classes to beat a legend. That kind of mission fuels a fighter differently. And that night, Crawford fought like a man who refused to be
a rematch would fucking do triple the money that he did in this fight and then retire. But I would be so happy to hear he retires as a 3-time undisputed, what is it, like 4 or 5 division champion. I think he would be one of the greatest of all time if he retired today.
Now, for Canelo, do you think he should retire after this fight or keep going?
Well, Canelo, if he wants to continue making money, then he could still go make a lot of money because there's a lot of money out there. He's got the support from Mexicans. You know, he fills out arenas. He's done so much. He could still do it again, but he needs to make some changes. 100%. If he continues doing the same thing, then I shouldn't fight anymore.
Now, for Canelo, do you think he should have maybe fought Benavidez instead? Maybe that would have been a better fight for him?
Who?
Benavidez.
Oh no, Benavidez would destroy him. Not even close. Just like Benavidez would destroy Crawford.
No, that's it.
There's no chance. There's no chance. Benavidez is too big, too strong, too fast for these guys. Benavidez would beat these two guys, I would say, easy. And like I said, Crawford is one of my favorites.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. When asked if Crawford now belongs in the same breath as Mayweather or Pacquiao, Garcia dropped a bomb. He said in terms of accomplishments, Crawford has already surpassed Mayweather. Let that sink in. Mayweather, undefeated, a defensive genius, a generational icon, never became undisputed. Crawford has done it 3 times. That's insane. But Garcia kept it real. Accomplishments don't always mean you'd win head-to-head. In his prime, Mayweather at welterweight probably beats Crawford. Same with Pacquiao. But on paper, Crawford's legacy is something even those 2 legends never touched. So, what's next for Bud Crawford? Should he ride off into the sunset, undefeated and undisputed? Garcia doesn't think so. He believes a rematch with Canelo could be huge. Triple the money, triple the hype. And if Crawford wins again, that's just
favorites of all times now because of what he just accomplished, what he just did. But Benavidez is too big for him, too fast, too strong. I wouldn't even want to see it. Canelo, Benavidez beats him too. I think Canelo, the only fight that I would like to see is a rematch if he makes some changes and if we expect a little bit more from him. You know, we need to see the hunger that Morales, Barrera, Marquez, Chavez, Salvador Sanchez had when they know they're behind, when they know they're losing. They fucking go out there to fucking try to knock their opponents out. They go out there to try to either you knock me out or I'm gonna knock you out. They go out there to try and get that win. Canelo didn't even try it in the last round. He was just doing the same thing over and over, going after him, throwing the left to the body with not even any bad intentions, and his chin up, and then
another stamp on his already historic resume. Still, even if he retired today, Garcia said he'd go down as one of the greatest ever. No debate. Now let's flip it. What about Canelo? Where does he go from here? Garcia was brutally honest. If Canelo just wants to keep making money, the opportunities will always be there. He's got the fans, the arenas, the Mexican support. But if he wants to keep competing at the top level, he needs changes. Big ones. Because if he keeps fighting the way he did against Crawford, Garcia doesn't think he should fight at all. And then came the Benavidez question. Should Canelo have fought Benavidez instead? Garcia didn't hesitate. Benavidez destroys both Canelo and Crawford. Too big, too strong, too fast. In Garcia's eyes, Benavidez is on another level. He said straight up, "There's no chance." That tells you exactly how high he rates Benavidez. But maybe the harshest thing Garcia said was about Canelo's effort in the last round. He flat out called him out. Canelo didn't even try. And that's heavy. Because the great Mexican warriors of the past, guys like Morales, Barrera, Marquez, Chavez, Salvador Sanchez, they never coasted when they were behind. They went out swinging. If they were losing, they risked everything to try and turn it around. It was either knock me out or I'm knocking you out. That's what made them legends. Garcia said he didn't see any of that in Canelo. Instead, Canelo just went through the motions, throwing to the body, stepping back, pulling away, without urgency, without intent. And against a fighter like Crawford, that's basically giving the fight away. So, here's the million-dollar question. Can Canelo bring that spark back?
And then jumping back, you know, that you don't do that to try to beat somebody like Crawford. It's difficult. He had to pressure, throw more punches, risk getting hit, keep coming. He would come in, throw punches, and then step back or pull back, which is even worse. Pulling back, that's even worse. I think there's a lot of changes Canelo should do, and if he does in the rematch, I would probably even go for him. If I seen him making some changes, I would probably think he could beat Crawford, but you know, he needs to make those changes. Sometimes fighters need to make changes.
Do you think Canelo can bring back that spark he used to have?
Canelo probably not, but he could make he needs to make those changes to be able to make people and fans believe in him again. We need to see something different.
Thank you, Robert.
All right, got it.
Garcia isn't so sure. He said maybe. If Canelo truly changes things up, if he shows that hunger again, he could come back stronger in a rematch. But the version we saw in Vegas? That version doesn't beat Crawford. At the end of the day, Robert Garcia summed it up perfectly. Sometimes fighters need to make changes. The problem is, will Canelo do it? Or has Crawford already slammed the door shut on this rivalry? One thing's for sure, the torch has been passed. Terence Crawford is officially one of the greatest of this era. Whether he fights again or walks away now, his place in boxing history is already carved in stone.